Hey everybody, this is Tom Selleck for the win with my first video on my new channel here on YouTube. We're going to be playing some 7 Days to Die with a beginner focused series. This should help brand new players and players with maybe just a few hours of experience alike. Help you get started in the world, help you establish a safe place to stay, and all of that jazz. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start a new game. We are going to take it from the top here to make it to help anybody that's never even really created a game might have a question about options. So I'm just going to show you the basic way that I play, generally speaking, with a few changes here for the sake of the series. I always do percent of night at 20%. Night can drag on a long time. I understand that it makes it a little more difficult, but it's also a little more boring, so we do 20%. I like slow zombies, that old school shambling style, so we always do never run. Definitely makes the game a little bit easier. If you want it to be a challenge, there's ways to adjust that with some other options here. You can make enemy aggression feral. You could make enemy spawning a much higher rate. I'm going to leave those at default for the sake of the beginner series. I don't need to spend the entire series just fighting off zombies, so we move on here. 24-hour cycle. I like 60 minutes. It seems to be a real nice balance of length of day. Making it not 120 minutes is so excessively long for me, and 40 minutes just a little bit too short. So loot abundance I leave at 100. I actually will lower it for myself frequently. It's there's plenty of loot at 100. If you make it any higher, it makes early game just way too easy. Not enough challenge, not enough fun. Even for a beginner, I feel like 100 should be as high as you go. On death, I always drop my backpack. I shouldn't say always, but most often I drop my backpack only. I hate having to chase halfway across a map for a backpack with no weapons. It's kind of frustrating, and I don't know. It's a little more of a challenge, but I like dropping backpack only. Enemy memory at 60 seconds. Basically, if an enemy spots you, starts following you, if they lose track of you, they lose sight of you, after 60 seconds they forget you exist. So, for a beginner, you could definitely lower this. It makes the game a lot easier. Craft timer I have at none, just to speed up the series, so there's more learning and less, more entertainment and less boring crafting. Same with the loot timer being at fast. Airdrops I have at every day, just to, again, give us the opportunity to see as many airdrops as we can for the sake of the series. So here we go, the world is built, and we spawn right on the edge of a wasteland, right next to a river. We're undetected, let's stay low. If you crouch, it will let you know if you're detected, which I guess it will say hunted, or in our case currently undetected, which is a good thing. Ooh, we have a guy right there, we're going to go this way. The wasteland is basically, it looks like a bomb went off, like a nuke or something. It's a lot of little hills, lots of rocks, lots and lots of zombies, including the two most lethal zombies in the game, cop zombies who puke this caustic sort of green vomit all over you. Oh shit, there's a guy right there. I'll go ahead and take care of him. I don't know why we're taking care of him, that's stupid. He detects us now. I'm just gonna run away. Run away! Run away! Cop zombies are super dangerous, they puke on you, and then dog zombies are even worse. So we're gonna avoid the wasteland, but now that we've been detected, we're going to sneak into the edge very quickly and try to get some food out of coolers. This might end up being a super bad thing, but the decision's been made. We're going to grab 2 cinder blocks, which I will explain in a few minutes when we get clear of all this potential death. Okay. Run away! And we'll hop in the water. Zombies are very slow in water, much slower than you. Makes life real easy to get away if you can just find some water. Alright, they're still after us. As you can see, we're still hunted because of that 60-second memory we just talked about. We're going to get away from them. Tree stumps, a good thing to search. Often has food. I guess now would be a good time to talk about what we've started with here. If you look at the bottom, you will see that we have some water, some food, a healing bandage, and a torch. Torch is going to be our primary weapon until we can get a stone axe built. Nurse zombie. These zombies we will attack because they drop medical items. There you go. Torches will light zombies on fire. Not always, but very often. And then they'll burn, and she'll die. We're going to lead this zombie away long enough for us to loot her. Run in. Loot and get the hell out of town. And we got zombies crawling all over us. Oh! Wow. Oh, what the hell? It's water. You can jump into water of any depth from any height safely. It's kind of a handy thing to know. Wow, we've got quite the cliffside here. That's kind of unique. Jeez, and zombies right here too. Our spawn dropped us right in the thick of things. Didn't really even give me a chance to get started here. Alright, so now that we've escaped some zombies, let's pick up a couple rocks so we can make some stone axes. Oh, it's a little piggy. And we're going to pick up some cotton so we can make a sleeping bag. So we have 2 rocks. Now we also need some grass, and I'll show you all how to make all this in just a minute. So we have 2 grass and 2 rocks, which is enough to make, oh geez, 2 axes. But we need 2 sticks in order to get that. We need to get clear here. There's a road. That's something we were looking for. Some garbage to go through real quick. I'm not really paying too much attention to what I grab at this point. I know I just put rotten meat back. Oh, there's the bush. This will give us our sticks. These usually drop 2 or 3, and of course it only drops 1. There's another one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 punches. Grab a little cotton on the way, hit up this garbage. So I believe if I look at our map real quick, we'll see that if we go to the right here, it's probably going to lead into this wasteland, which we don't want to do. So we're going to go the opposite direction. And while we're running, we're going to look for purses, backpacks, duffel bags, any of that along the side of the road. They offer great loot. And of course we're going to keep picking up enough cotton to make ourselves a sleeping bag. Grab a couple more here. While I'm running, if you look down at the bottom left of the screen, this is for beginners, you'll see of course our health meter. To the right of that in the dark blue is the stamina meter. That depletes when you run, and when you swing weapons, it rebuilds when you walk. Let's go ahead and take out the nurse. Whoops. Die. There she goes. We're gonna just lead this guy away while she dies. So we can loot. You may be hearing in the background screaming. That is a spider zombie. And when they scream, it attracts all manner of zombies. Basically, a whole horde will spawn in on top of you. So, we're not equipped for that right now, so we're going to get the hell out of here. We're going to kill her first. I don't really want to wait for her to burn. Hurry up. Get this zombie away. Okay. Boy, we've just been in it since we started. So we have a decision here on what way to go, which we're going to make quick and try to get clear. Check this stump out first. Stumps can be pretty awesome. You can find food and water in them very commonly. We always want to check stumps out for sure. They're also empty very often, which is always a little depressing when you see one. You go to pick stuff up and it's totally empty. Alright, I think we're clear enough of zombies for this. There's that spider zombie. I thought we were clear enough to make our stone axes before we go anywhere. Alright, let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, so, in order to make a stone axe, we type in stone over here and it will give us a recipe. We need sticks, we need plant fibers, and we need sharp stones. So, to make a sharp stone, type that in and you'll see the recipe. Small stones turn into sharp stones. Plant fibers, use grass to turn those into plant fibers. And then we go back to stone axe. Eventually you just learn these recipes so you don't need to, so you don't need to always be looking. Just place your stuff in here, craft, and we now have 2 stone axes. Alright, stone axe is a little bit better of a melee weapon than a torch is. It doesn't have the burn effect, but a little more blunt force trauma. We see our first backpack, so grab that and go back to where we came from. Alright, our first decision that we have to make here is going to be, what direction do we go? Oh shit. I didn't see you, you little guy. Cute little bugger down there. I'm not gonna lie, I jumped a little. Played this game a long time, but that doesn't mean I'm immune to a zombie crawling up behind me and scaring the hell out of me. Okay. Here, we'll go stand in the middle of the water, because zombies are slow in water, and we'll be able to hear them come. Look at the map. What we're looking for is a road with a nice straight spot on it. See how that's nice and straight, there's no curvature to it? Houses, villages, cities, whatever you want to call them, they don't spawn on curved roads, they spawn on straight roads. So we definitely want to go where the straight road is. And we're going to do that now. You know, we are carrying around raw pork and a skinned rabbit, and that's one of the reasons we're having zombie issues right now. They can smell that. If you look on the bottom left of the screen, you'll see that little nose. And that basically means that I stink like meat. And zombies love meat. Let me put it this way. I wouldn't recommend, if you're just starting out at the game, that you're carrying raw meat around. If you have very little experience, if your only weapon is a stone axe. I'm doing it because I feel, you know, a certain level of confidence that I can handle myself. And then we found our first house. But generally speaking, you're better off finding a place to stay and then hunting than carrying around food like a dimwit like I am, so. Okay, so we found a city, and that's an excuse to stay and fight. Actually, it might just be a building, which would suck. Is there 2 buildings there? Yeah, there's 2. We definitely want to clear zombies out from around here. It will make looting a lot easier. It's worth the time. It's worth the risk. We don't want to spare any. We want to clear them all out. We're going to go get this big ugly guy here. If you pay attention to when I attack with a melee weapon, it's an in and out. You're just constantly in and out, trying to stay out of range of their attacks. Especially considering I have no armor, although I think I did pick up some clothes. I should look into that. Tell you what, is there anybody around me? Oh, another crawler. These crawlers are tricky. Especially if you have a lot of zombies in the area, you know there's zombies in the area, so you're not listening for that sound. Those crawlers, you don't see them on quick glance, and next thing you know they're on top of you. Alright, let's just back up for a second here. I want to put some armor on. Go to character, we have a purple tank top. You'll see that our chest now has 10 armor. It's not much, but every little bit is helpful. Pick up a book, although we might ditch that. Our zombie gives us some vitamins, which is handy in case we have to drink murky water. It will cure our mud debt. God, there's another one back there. You definitely want, especially, the zombies are spawning in on us now. You need to be cognizant of what's behind you. Ooh, you want that moldy bread. Yeah, they're spawning in behind me now, which can get ugly quick. You'll be in the middle of fighting another zombie, and next thing you know, you get hit from behind. This is so much easier with a good weapon. Definitely want to aim for the head as well. I guess I didn't mention that when I was talking about that in and out movement. It takes far fewer hits if you go to the head. Blood bag and painkillers, that's a nice get. I think I see the source of our zombie spawnage. If you see not this one I'm attacking now, but the one behind him. And you can hear him screeching in the background. These are spider zombies. And that screeching attracts other zombies. It's kind of like a zombie call to arms, so to speak. Take care of him, and that should solve our spawning problem. Oh, we got another... Look at that. We got a building over to the left, and these two to the left and one to the right back there. So we're gonna... Dang it. Continue these zombies. We're gonna pass on the bone. Oh! I didn't realize I picked up a weapon. We have an iron reinforced club. That's a bonus, if there ever was one. And I like bonuses. I don't know how you feel about bonuses. It's in pretty rough shape. If you look at the weapon on my inventory in the bottom left there, it shows the little the meter that's at yellow now, which means that its durability is almost done. But as you can see, it's a much stronger weapon. So once the durability meter is empty, the weapon will break. And once the weapon breaks, literally breaks, it's gone. There's, oh shoot, a whole bunch more just, oh, they're coming out. Yeah, there we go. And I'm getting hit from behind. I think I mentioned that a few minutes ago. Let's just back up. There's nobody behind me. Alright. Ooh. What the hell? Go down, dude. There, we got him. I know there's still one in that cabin, and I see a couple crawlers. We should be almost done with this mess. These big zombies definitely hit harder than the small ones. Keep that in mind as you're battling and trying to pick who to fight. My stamina's gone. This weapon's about to break. Let me switch to the stone axe. Nothing. Nothing. Of course nothing. Is this the last one? I hope. Thank God. Oops. Ooh, doggy. Okay. That was probably very interesting for you to watch me kill zombies without talking, because I was concentrating so deeply. Oh, that was nice of them. They beat the door down for us. Is there anybody else? Finished them off? Yay, we finished them off. Alright, let's take just a brief minute here. Let's get this sleeping bag down. How many cottons do we have? We have... Where's cotton? 12. I think that's enough. Okay. So in order to make a sleeping bag, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cottons. Or 6, I'm sorry, cloth fragments. In order to make a cloth fragment, we need cotton. So here's a handy tip. If you shift-click on cloth fragment up here. Oh, I haven't made it yet. You have to make the recipe first. Now that I know the recipe, turn screen. If you shift-click, it will fill it in for you with whatever you have for resources. So we have that. Go back to sleeping bag. If you want to place one at a time, you right-click as opposed to left-click. We have a sleeping bag. So here's what a sleeping bag does. If you look at the compass at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice that when I place it, a little house appears. We now have a spawn point, so when we die, we will spawn on top of the sleeping bag, which is obviously more than handy. We can make another quick trip through our inventory before we wrap up the video. We don't need grass, we can get that in abundance. If you have brass, you can craft that down into scrap brass. So you basically take 3 different pieces of brass in our inventory and turn them into one. We don't have enough bullet casings to craft down yet, we'll just ditch those. Empty cans can be crafted into scrap iron. Lead fishing weights, you need more of them. We'll get plenty of lead later, we can ditch that for now. lead fishing way to go down to scrap lead. We have our vitamins, we have food, we have painkillers, we have the blood bag. I'm just kind of trying to stack our sham up, trying to stack things, organize things, so if I need quick access, I know where to find it. We ditched that stick. There's no real use for that right now. Our stone axes are in good enough shape, and we can always get more sticks. There's just no reason to take up the inventory room when you're searching. Yeah, I think we're pretty much through it. I don't think we have anything else we want to drop right now. Nails, we don't have any use for. They're just basically used as ammunition for the nail gun, which you can pick up and use as a weapon. It's useless as a weapon. It's great as a tool, as a repair tool, but we'll hop on that later. So I think I am going to wrap things up for now. I will be back tomorrow with episode 2. We're going to go through these three little houses in this little miniature village. We're going to hopefully find a cooking pot, and we're hopefully going to find one of the 3 to be suitable enough anyway to get us through the first couple of nights in the game as our homestead. So that should be what we try to get through for the next episode. So I want to thank you for watching. If you have any advice, any comments, anything you liked, anything you didn't like, please feel free to leave a comment. Like the video if you liked it. Don't like it if you didn't like it. I understand. I have thick skin. My feelings won't get hurt. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we'll see you at the next episode.